51. One advantage of electron microscopes over light microscopes is their blink, size, higher magnification, two-dimensional image, or use of live specimens. 52. If a cell contains a nucleus, it must be a blank: plant cell, eukaryotic cell, animal cell, or prokaryotic cell. 53. The fluid mosaic model of the cell membrane describes the structure with hydrophilic heads on the outside and hydrophobic tails on the inside, hydrophobic heads on the outside and hydrophilic tails on the inside, hydrophilic heads on the inside and hydrophobic tails on the outside, or hydrophobic heads on the inside and hydrophobic tails on the outside. 54. A cell's contents would be the same as its surroundings were it not for plasmolysis, selective permeability, phagocytosis, or dynamic equilibrium. 55. A plasma membrane is made up of a blank cholesterol layer, enzyme bilayer, lipid bilayer, or protein layer. 56. Which structure in the image is the cell control center? N, vacuole, J, Golgi apparatus, C, nucleus, or F, rough ER. 57. Which structure in the image maintains homeostasis? G, ribosome, A, cell membrane, L, mitochondria, or E, nucleolus. 58. Which structure in the image transforms energy? B, cytoplasm, J, Golgi apparatus, E, nucleolus, or J, mitochondria. 59. Which structure in the image sorts, packages, and transports molecules? G, ribosome, J, Golgi apparatus, C, nucleus, or F, rough ER. 60. A cell contains the structure shown in the image. What other cell structure that is not found in all eukaryotic cells is likely to be found in this cell? Mitochondria, ribosomes, cell wall, and plasma membrane. 61. Water moves into a cell placed in a blank solution: osmotic, hypertonic, hypotonic, or isotonic. 62. Water moves out of a cell placed in a blank solution: hypertonic, isotonic, hypotonic, or passive. 63. If cells are placed in a strong sugar solution, water will blink, pass from the sugar solution to the cells, pass from the cells to the sugar solution, stay in the cell, or pass back and forth. 64. A cell moves particles from a region of lesser concentration to a region of greater concentration by blank: facilitated diffusion, passive transport, osmosis, or active transport. 65. If a cell is placed in salt water, water leaves the cell by blank: osmosis, endocytosis, active transport, or phagocytosis. 66. Which of the following is not a form of passive transport? Facilitated diffusion, endocytosis, diffusion, or osmosis. 67. The structure most responsible for maintaining cell homeostasis is the blank: cytoplasm, mitochondrion, cell wall, or plasma membrane. 68. Which of the following structures is the most complex? Cell, organ system, organ, or tissue. 69. Which conditions shown in the images might cause a cell to burst? A, B, C, or D. 70. What cell process is responsible for the effect shown in the image? Active transport, passive transport, facilitated diffusion, or osmosis? '71. The main light energy trapping organelle in plants is blank. Chloroplast, chlorophyll, stroma, or mitochondria. 72. Energy from sunlight is trapped by chlorophyll located in the blank. Citric acid cycle, mitochondria, electron transport chain, or thylakoids. 73. In a chloroplast, the stacks of membranous discs are called blank. Stroma, granum, plastids, or chlorophyll. 74. Chlorophyll traps blank from sunlight. Oxygen, energy, hydrogen, or glucose. 75. A green pigment that traps energy from sunlight is blank. Carotenoid, ATP, chlorophyll, or thylakoids. 76. Energy is released from ATP when the bond is broken between blank. Two phosphate groups, adenine and ribose, ribose and a phosphate group, or adenine and a phosphate group. 77. In order to move molecules in your kidneys, your body needs blank. Energy, sunlight, cold, or heat. 78. In cellular respiration, what are the two products formed? Water and glucose, carbon dioxide and oxygen, water and carbon dioxide, or glucose and oxygen. Which of the following equations best represents photosynthesis? C plus O2 plus H2O yields CO2 plus HOH. 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O yields C6H12O6 plus 6 O2. 6C plus 6 H2O yields C6H12O6, or C6H12O6 yields 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O. 80. Leaves appear green because the portion of the light that strikes them is blank. Change to heat, absorbed, destroyed, or reflected. 81. Cells can store energy when blank. The third phosphate group breaks off from an ATP molecule. They break down sucrose to glucose and fructose. A third phosphate group is bonded to an ADP molecule, or ions are released into the bloodstream. 82. The energy in glucose is released by light dependent reaction, light independent reaction, cellular respiration, or photosynthesis. 83. Which of the following is not part of adenosine diphosphate? Glucose, adenine, ribose, or two phosphate groups? 84. Kidneys use energy to move molecules and ions in order to keep the blood chemically balanced. This process is an example of cells using energy to blank. Carry on chemosynthesis, transmit impulses, control body temperature, or maintain homeostasis. Match the term with the correct definition. Your options of terms are biology, organism, species, homeostasis, and evolution. So from left to right, your descriptions or definitions are a living thing, maintaining internal conditions at a level suitable for life, the study of living things, similar organisms that can interbreed and produce fertile offspring, and a change in species through adaptations over time. Match the term with the correct definition. Your term options are carbohydrate, protein, amino acids, nucleic acids, and nucleotides. Your definition options are biomolecule that stores genetic information, DNA or RNA, building blocks of nucleic acids, macromolecules that makes up structures and enzymes in organisms, building blocks of proteins, and energy storing or structural macromolecule made of C, H, and O. Match the term with the correct definition. Your term options are cell theory, prokaryotes, eukaryotes, or nucleus. And your definition options from left to right: organisms with a nucleus and membranous organelles, theory with 3 principles that describe cells and living things, the basic unit of a living organism, membrane-bound control center organelle that contains DNA, or unicellular organisms without a nucleus or membranous organelles. Match the term with the correct definition. Your term options are cell wall, ribosome, chloroplasts, chlorophyll, and mitochondria. Your definition options from left to right: the organelle that produces proteins, plant organelle that performs photosynthesis, green pigment in plants that traps light energy, rigid cellulose layer outside the plasma membrane of some cells, and then powerhouse organelle that converts glucose to ATP energy. Match the term with the correct definition. Your term options are ecology, abiotic factors, biotic factors, symbiosis, and autotroph. Your definition options from left to right: non-living parts of the environment, living parts of the environment, the study of organisms' interactions with their environment, a producer or organism that is able to synthesize its own food, and a close and permanent association between 2 species. Last section. Match the term with the correct definition. Your term options are heterotroph, exponential growth, carrying capacity, density dependent factor, or density independent factor. Your definition options from left to right: unchecked growth with a J shape, have an increasing effect as population size increases, number of individuals an environment can support, an organism that obtains food by eating other organisms, and affect populations regardless of their density.